All right, here we are with another Harbor Freight tool here. This is a Cheif air hammer. They say it's professional grade, and these are Cheif air chisels. Look at that. Thing's only been used once. Fucking mushroomed over. So those are junk. This thing seems to be pretty nice though. Oiled it up. It's got a quick connect on there. It's $150 for the gun. It's like $60 for these. So again, it's not really anything that's cheap from Harbor Freight. They don't really have anything that's cheap anymore, or a good deal for that matter. So 160 bucks. We picked this up because we got tired of the shitty air hammer we had from Husky, which is somewhere over here on the floor kicking around because it's just junk. It was just a cheap Husky one. Now that stuff, you can get some Husky stuff. That's like the new Harbor Freight, if you want cheap. So this all together, this kit's 210 bucks. This thing requires 3 CFM. The compressor that I had at the time put out 4, and I was like, you know what, screw it. Just gonna get a bigger compressor, and that was a good decision because even at the 5 CFM, this thing's you're supposed to run this at like 90 psi. It has a 3-inch stroke, I think, for the chisel. And when I got this Fortress compressor the same day we picked this up, and I had it, just left it on its 200 psi setting, which it doesn't go to 200, it only goes to 160, even though it's supposed to be 200. And that one only goes to 150, even though it's supposed to be 175. And it puts out even less. It only puts out, 130, because that's all the way up. The knob doesn't go anymore. So at 130 psi, when you're using the gun, it drops it down to like 90. And if you set this at 90 to begin with, it doesn't have any power at all. So I just left it wide open, and it worked pretty fantastic. So that gun is definitely a good tool to have. Like I started saying but didn't finish, exhaust studs, that's what this is for, or any general hammering that you need to do for a broken bolt that's through a frame or something that's rusted in. You just get this fucker out, like it's got some power to it, and it's heavy. So that's just a quick coupler that goes on there. We took it off to make it shorter to fit in the cabinet so it can store it like that, so because we don't use it that often. Keep the oil up in there. But yeah, so that's the Cheif professional air hammer from Harbor Freight with the Cheif professional chisels from Harbor Junk. I don't know if there's better quality chisels out there. There probably is. If anyone knows of any, let me know, because that's not gonna last very long, especially when you have to get it down into a narrow area. Thanks for watching, everyone.